I am thankful for that, but we're still yet to put 4 quarters together. That's something that we're going to focus on, and we just have to do a better job of and sticking together as a team. I mean, Jordan Jones had a big game for them, and we kind of just left Jaleesa out there on an island by herself, and we talk about team defense, and down the stretch, I don't think we did that. So we're going to have to do a better job of that. But, I think Jaleesa played well. She played a lot of minutes, and she's really starting to see where her opportunities are on the offensive side of things. So I'm happy to see that. But like I said, we got to win. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, it was pretty steady. I guess defensively, they started to get going a little bit in that second. Was that the biggest thing in that second half? Was they started getting better looks, and that's what kind of got them going?
Yeah, and we were fouling a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they got too many. Like, we started the fourth quarter, I said we got to defend and rebound without fouling, and we had 3 fouls within, like, the first minute.
Yeah.
That's actually the opposite of what I wanted to do. So we just have to be more disciplined, and we have to finish games. And it does start in practice, and we're just going to have to be better and focus on it.
Yeah. Is that just part of the learning process of being in those positions and just getting better? I mean, putting yourselves in those uncomfortable positions sometimes, I guess, and, learning to work through it.
I mean, we got to get used to it at some point, right? It's been about every single game. So, yeah, I mean, I think the more you're in those situations, the more comfortable you get in them. And hopefully that shows, and our turnovers just keep getting lower and lower, and then we'll be in a pretty good position.
What do you think it is when the biggest thing is, I guess, when you have that 10-point lead or whatever in trying to finish it out? Is it just being like you said, a little bit more disciplined in finishing offensive chances, or what do you think it is?
I think it's that, but I think it's also like the other team starts to play with a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Like, we better get going now, and it gets us all worked up.
Yeah.
So we just we need to be more level-headed and just understand what's coming and stay together as a team and understand that we're all one and not individuals out there.
Which is funny because you'd think, I mean, you're in control of the game. You'd think you'd be the one feeling good about it, but I guess it's all of a sudden that mentality of now we're going.
Yeah, we gave up a lot of and ones too.
Yeah,
It wasn't necessarily threes at the 3-point line. We were letting them get to their strong hand and then fouling them at the basket. So maybe we would have been better off fouling them before we got there. Who knows?
Well, Jaleesa, a good overall performance by you guys. How do you feel about it overall? First of all, obviously a good bounce back after Campbell and coming back and getting back on the right track.
Well, a win's a win. It's definitely not how, obviously we wanted to win and we did that, but I wish we would have finished a little bit better. I think I played well. I wish I could have stopped 4 a little bit better. She's a good player. Yeah.
What do you think about that start? I mean, obviously coming out of the gate, they didn't shoot very well, but y'all did a good job of, building that lead. I mean, how good of a start was that for you guys in, getting out, building that lead like that?
Yeah, well, I feel like we were playing a little bit more team defense. They were driving, we were having helps. They did get a couple open threes that we didn't want them to take, but I defensively we were doing a better job of helping each other, and then I feel like our defense was leading to open looks on offense, and I feel like we weren't really tired at the end either. We were moving a little bit better on offense as well.
Yeah. Do you think that is the biggest thing just down the stretch of being in those positions and finishing games? I mean, is that obviously that's a position you want to be in. You want to be having a lead and working through that. I mean, is that the biggest thing for y'all in just doing that, just finishing that off?
I think we do get a little bit, maybe, I don't know if the word's complacent, but I think sometimes we just need to, we're going to get this board right here. We need to get a stop and don't let them go on a run. And this is preseason's the time to, and we won still, so it's a good learning experience. We don't want to lose and learn that way. So, but yeah, especially our handling the press. We're definitely learning how to do that.
Isn't that the funny thing? Like I said, it's funny to think that you got the lead. Is it just one of those things where they start having that urgency? They start getting things going their way. They make 2 or 3 and ones or whatever, and then all of a sudden they've got the momentum going, even though they're behind. I mean, isn't that the funny thing about, working with the lead? You almost have to have that same intensity.
Yeah. You definitely got to play at your pace. You can't be complacent, and then when they start going on a run, you have to be able to just talk to your team, try to settle them down.
Yeah. How do you feel like it's coming along? It's like a good win against Davidson. I guess that was a week ago, and then a little bit of a lull against Campbell, and then coming back. I mean, I guess tonight was a big deal and getting back on the right track a little bit. I mean, how do y'all both feel about, I guess with Campbell, just let's push this aside and come back tonight and play better?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely wasn't loving our effort after the Campbell game. And quite honestly, like, Campbell played great. They played well, and they took us out of what we wanted to do. But I just thought our effort wasn't there. And I told them, like, effort can't be why we get beat. That can't happen again. It can't be that a team is going to outwork us. So that's what we focused on. And then even in the locker room after that game, I said the good thing about basketball is Sunday we have another opportunity. Okay, so we have to come into practice and we have to prepare for that and understand the intensity that we need to practice. So hopefully how we came out in that game doesn't happen again.
All right, you bet you did.
Cool.
You guys can ask away.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, your bench had scored them 17-9. How helpful do you think your bench was compared to theirs?
Yeah, I mean, Lowe and Shaq have been excellent for us off the bench, and I think those are two players that could easily start to just being able to have scoring coming in the game and knowing that there's not going to be a letdown when we go to the bench is huge. So yeah, I'm happy about that. They played well, and hopefully they continue to play well.
And then, Jaleesa, I wanted to ask you, especially in that first half, it seemed like it was very physical play. However, there were little to no foul calls, especially shooting fouls. Do you think that that's just part of the game, that's how it was, or do you just kind of go with the flow of the game? Because towards the end, it seemed like they called a lot more fouls.
Yeah, I feel like refs seem to do that. I think it's not bad if it's physical and they're calling it that way for both teams, which I feel like there were. I feel like we both were fouling on both sides, but there weren't any calls at the end. They started calling a little bit more. I like a little bit more of a physical game because sometimes I like to foul sometimes. Yeah. So I don't think it really matters. You just have to play with what the refs are giving you.
And then for me, it really is the three-point shot. I mean, both teams struggled. So what was, I guess, offensively, what were you preaching, I guess, to? Because both teams in the second half put up far less than they did in the first half. So were you preaching about threes?
Well, I don't know if you heard me on the sideline, but I did say White stop jacking up threes. I mean, I did say that, actually. But, I mean, there's a time and a place, right? If we've gone 4 empty possessions, I don't want another 3 just thrown up there. We had success attacking the basket, and we have players that are capable of attacking the basket. And, if you attack and they help and it's an inside-out 3, I think that's a completely different 3 than we just threw it down the court. I feel like shooting it and running our offense. And, I love the 3 more than most coaches. Like, I do. I love the 3. I think the three-point line is a great tool, but you also have to understand where we're at in the game and kind of what we need. I think, and I said it to him at halftime, really, if we didn't do that and we attacked, we probably could have gone from 15 to 20 or 22. But we had 4 empty possessions in a row of missed 3s. So we just, like I said, I love the three-point shot, but we have to understand where we're at in the game and really what we need and what we're trying to accomplish as a team.
So would you say it was by choice then, especially looking at the second half? Denver put up, I believe, 31 shots. You guys put up, I believe, 22 shots, and then 9 in the fourth. Was kind of looking for the best shot. That was your message kind of going into the fourth.
Yeah, we had to look for our best shot, but we also turned the ball over the most in the fourth quarter. So you get less shots, and they got some offensive rebounds down the stretch too. So, yeah, I mean, when you're up, yeah, you want to take the wide open shots when you get them, but you also don't want to take those quick threes because leads can diminish very quickly if you do that.
And then I also want to talk about the fourth quarter. I mean, was the for Denver and then us y'all. Like, what was, I guess, Denver doing that kind of gave you some problems that you thought, because they were attacking the basket and some free throws? Like,
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to go to 4, and she was attacking, and Jaleesa was on her, and all she saw was space. We didn't do a good job of team defense. We weren't there willing to help and make her make the extra pass. And then just, number 3, too, was able to get to the basket and just executing a scout for 40 minutes. We talked about that, and being in our gaps and defending as one, and down the stretch, we really didn't do that.